Moving on against Power Ranger Neuz, this is the loser semifinals. Loser of this match goes home with 4th place. The winner is going to go to fight Fiend and Balthazar in losers finals. Let's see, we got the map bands coming in. Small Enigma,
and we
Mammoth
have Great
Fortress,
Hall.
Great Hall left open.
And it's going to be Mammoth Fortress coming in, the tried and true go-to map that everybody loves. And we're going to be...
It's an old favorite. It's that warm blanket that you just know. You're like, I can just snuggle in on this on rainy days. It just feels good. It's comfortable. It never turns on you. Violent.
Well, that's why you go here, is because you are ready to just get things started off. It's your control. When you're doing the study or the test or the experiment or whatever, you just have to see what goes on here, and then you can adjust accordingly.
Oh my gosh! Stardeath already sees what's going on here. He hit that surgically precise. Oh my gosh! And DB following it up onto Power Ranger. DB and Stardeath are really coming off the momentum of their last set, and they don't seem to be taking their foot off the pedal anytime soon.
Stardeath making the approach right now, looking for a juggle potential right now. DB getting thrown off into the left side, and now Stardeath has to make some form of a defense here.
Wow.
He is not able to. That stock is going to get lost, and now Stardeath by himself trying to get knocked out of the sky by the pinwheels from Power Ranger. Oh! Oh, I actually didn't know he had a recovery left. He looked like he was just falling, and he just saved it for the last second. Stardeath just barely surviving.
And Stardeath really doing his best to just try and thread the needle against all of these massive axe swings, any one of which could take his stock from him. Still finding the damage. Ooh, even the gravity cancel into the combo.
Ooh, and a weapon snipe from DB right out of the neutral area to confirm that KO is going to be absolutely beautiful for this blue team to just exacerbate the lead that they already have.
All right, Stardeath finally going down just about 2 minutes in. Big combo from the red team. Power Ranger and Neuz going off, but Stardeath coming in there, busted it up, saying, wait, Power Ranger, why do you only have 2 stocks? You need to have 1. Oh, went for the intercept. Almost got the save, but now Power Ranger has to fight this alone against 3 stocks.
Oh my gosh, DB!
All right, so DB and Stardeath, they're just hitting the flow state. The way that last set went for them, the way that this first game went for them, they've ascended. The third eye has opened, and they're just doing it.
You can't just say he's in the flow state like that. Power Ranger's supposed to be in the flow state. He's got the clan tag right there.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They took that from him, too. Take the last stock, take his clan tag, everything.
And that's appropriation right there. We're going to have to call some kind of cultural police or something like that. But we'll stay away from that for now. We're going to go into game number 2 and get right into the mix with the stage bands right here.
All right, so we got Neuz on the Nash and Power Ranger on the Val here. So I'm very curious how this one's going to play out. Stage bands going the way of Small Enigma. Man, I feel like we've seen so much of that map this tournament where we usually see almost none of it.
Mm-hmm. It's not a very popular map to be played in a lot of these games. The map
at least in the other regions. It seems like South America is a little bit more keen on going to Small Enigma.
I mean, it's very possible that a lot of other regions just don't like going here because they're worried about that close ceiling blast zone getting taken off the top very early against heavy weapons that have a very high variable force on their neutrals. Can be extremely dangerous. So maybe that's what both of these teams want to see.
Right now, the damage doing a better job this match than the previous. DB and Stardeath had such a massive lead. Although they're poised to take the first knockouts here, Power Ranger Neuz really not far behind. Ooh. And circling around each other in the sky over on the right. just manages to dodge under that following side air. DB not getting the knockout.
Neutral air pass to Neuz is going to find the KO off the top on a DB, and that's going to be the first stock of the game, surprisingly, a minute into the game, as everyone else is holding on to their first stocks. And Power Ranger, Stardeath, and Neuz all in the red, pretty deep into it. Oh no!
Oh no!
So that's such an unnecessary self-gimp, and that's going to lead to Neuz trying to go for the save and putting himself in that position too late, getting KO'd right off the top from a recovery from Stardeath, and now Stardeath is the only one with his first stock left.
And man, he's making it work. He's finding a couple hits here and there. And really, that is all just that extra damage. Oh, the neutral light covering the spot dodge. Stardeath certainly wasn't ready for that.
Recovery getting interrupted.
Oh my gosh,
there, and
recovery's getting beaten out everywhere. You just hear cinder blocks.
Stardeath looking for the recovery for himself. A lot of recoveries coming out, but I guess that's a very popular KO option, especially on this map with the low ceiling. So can't really blame them for all going for recovery options for those KOs. DB trying to cover the stage, getting the down sig. Very nice option, throwing Power Ranger over to his teammate, but he's going to get taken out on the opposite side. Both of the red team players getting knocked out. Now it is one stock left, and that is only for Power Ranger here. And he has 3 whole stocks to get through. This is going to be an arduous journey if he is able to make it.
Geez, what started out as such a close game, maybe even a little bit of a lead for the red team, just completely evaporated so quickly. Power Ranger, I'm not going to say that it's impossible, but it's certainly not likely. It's even just every little bit of chip damage that he ends up taking, the down air there, sure, certainly it's not enough. It's not what's going to threaten for his knockout, but you add up all those over time, and it is just too much that he can deal with. Ooh. Oh, stop. Nice. Side air, Stardeath closing it out. Another 3-stock victory for DB and Stardeath.
And that coach pitch is just the solid option that you want to go with when you're looking for those quick KOs. You get the stomp, you get the jump, you get the side air, all back to back to back, and there you go. Just a quick and simple KO.
Neuz falling
and that's
down
all
there hurts so much.
You can see it right here. Stardeath going for it. Coach pitch pops him right up and then bats him out the park, and that's it. Game number 3 coming up in just a moment, though, and it looks like we have a small switch from Power Ranger over to Mirage.
All right, so, Scythe is always kind of like this theory 2v2 weapon, right? You don't see too many people make excellent use out of it, but you can set up a lot of team combos in a lot of different situations where you normally couldn't. Because the Scythe has what we call active input. On some of these attacks, like the neutral air or the down air primarily, you have different follow-ups depending on which way you end up holding your direction after the strike. Do I want to release them to the left or to the right? So you don't have to sandwich somebody to get those 2v2 combos started. You can start them from the same side.
All right, the approach from Power Ranger looking for any Scythe pickups. He is going to be getting DB off stage. Is he able to convert it? Not able to find the down air to continue the off-stage edge guard pressure. So this is going to be reset back on the stage as DB looks for the down airs and potential egg drops, no weapon throws. So we're not going to be seeing that just yet. But Neuz with the neutral light to just space out. And there's a coach pitch throwing over to Power Ranger. Almost got the unintentional team combo. Power Ranger throwing out that neutral air to try to catch Stardeath out. Almost caught DB, and it looks like we're just casting a wide fishing net here.
Oh, yes, this is excellent, because I gotta tell you, I was getting a little bit worried in those early seconds where Neuz and Power Ranger were taking way more damage than DB and Stardeath. So them taking the first knockouts, especially off of Power Ranger's gravity cancel Scythe downlight, that was phenomenal play. Now the question is, can they keep it up?
Power Ranger going for the ground pound, recovery, follow-up, DB with a punish. Neuz with the unintentional punish onto his teammate. DB is
finally losing his first stock. Not too bad, because it's just tied up all around. He's going to be healthier than everybody else on the field.
honestly, though, DB's Spear has just been brutal in these games. He has been so accurate with his hit detection. Oh, getting caught out of the air by Neuz, and Stardeath getting hit by the follow-up recovery, trying to go weapon throw, excuse me, as he tries to go for that save onto his teammate, but it's just a little bit too late.
Yeah, that was a huge play by Neuz. I mean, catching into the double knockout, and he's still the healthiest one on the field. Neuz looking to really just carry his team to victory here. Oh, caught in the signature, almost knocked out, but definitely unarmed. Trying to go and give some relief to Power Ranger as he's dueling with DB on the side, but a little bit too late. Now just, you gotta be careful. Sacrifices his own stock there. Stardeath just ready to snipe him out, and just like that, we're back in it, 1 stock apiece.
Nice down stick from Power Ranger, getting a little bit of damage built up, a little bit of movement disruption. Stardeath getting pushed back, and now getting the double pickup, but one of those is his teammate. He has to be a little bit careful. Can't afford to get too much damage built up onto his teammate. Now the down stick coming out again. DB with the weapon throw, going back up to the top of the map. Neuz playing a little bit more carefully. DB with a nice, patient waiting game, and that down stick full charge is actually going to find the KO in the top right corner of the map, and the bounce off of the wall, the chase down. It's going to be very unnecessary to go for that option, but hey, if it works, it works.
I like how he set himself up. You know, it's that quick reaction. I want to see that in the replay because he did that drift down like you see so many Spear players do. They might be really situating for the jump down air, you know, try and maintain as many options as possible, but he recognized, hey, I don't need to just focus hard on this one option that I usually think about. It's like, they crossed the threat line that my down light covers. Earth.
Still, I think he could have just done a little bit of hovering and gone for the down air.
Oh, he could have done so many different things, but I love that he chose that.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna take him out, I guess it better be in a flashy way. As unnecessary as it might be, it is definitely a successful option, and that is definitely irrefutable.
Yeah, and you know you got to send a little bit of a message just because you were down 2-0 in the set. DB and Stardeath were on match point. So the fact that Power Ranger and Neuz were able to bring it down, get themselves on the board at least. Now it's 1-2. So they've got another shot. They've got to win these next 2 games back to back to be able to do it. I know you've got to hope that you fully disrupted the flow state that DB and Stardeath were hitting. Because if you haven't, if they slip back into that for even just a moment, kiss your tournament run goodbye.
Well, they'll have to pull out the flow charts in order to confirm this one all the way down the line. This is where they are trying to end up right here with the movement into that losers semifinals. And just a quick check back to the bracket. It is going to be them going up against, this is the semifinals, excuse me. This is going to be them looking to see who faces off against Fiend and Baltazar in the finals. That is, I like added an extra quarterfinals match in my mind, like there were 3, but
dude, it's the
DB
most final finals. It's me naming, you know, my next Photoshop artwork. It's just
Photoshop,
this is, you know, final _final_ version 3.
Well, you know, the way that those earlier matches were going, they were so fast that it kind of just didn't register that we were already out of the quarterfinals. It's absolutely insane. But either way, DB now grabbing the weapon to start with. Power Ranger on the red team getting the spear. Neuz with the hammer. So now it's all up to Stardeath getting that hammer himself. So it's a little bit of a weapon mirror. Not characters, but very good movement from Stardeath to convert into KOs. And almost a pickup from DB to get the even more damage off stage.
Ooh, the handoff sidelight into sidelight with the sword. They're just rolling for maximum damage. Neuz and Power Ranger already sent into the red. It seems like this is usually the case. DB and Stardeath coming out with the early lead, and then if Neuz and Power Ranger are able to get anything started, it's always coming from behind. Are you kidding me? The own weapon toss sliding across the stage. That was like the... You know, I felt like we're playing a first-person shooter, and that was like the perfect nade toss, where you're just like, all right, I'm going to bounce it off of this door into the hallway. It rounds the corner, the magic bullet, and it's going to hit him right in the back of the eye.
Yeah, it's those cross-map throwing knives that everyone loves making montages for on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, making the approach back across the stage, going with a little bit more of a blunt instrument here with the hammer. Neuz trying to find the KO on Stardeath, getting those 2 big hits, but not able to find the KO, and that's going to cost him quite a bit, I think, as they now move into this last portion here. The downstick coming out from Power Ranger, looking for the KO, not going to lead into anything, but Stardeath is going to be kidding out. It is going to be a trade, like you said. The grab from the neutral light, not only leading to the recovery back to the stage from the chase dodge, but leading to the KO onto DB as well.
I can't believe that's all it took. That was so perfectly placed.
Being aware of your recovery options off stage is one of the most important things that you can do. And losing track of that, just the #1 priority should always be getting back to stage, unless you know your opponent's in their last stock and one good hit will send them down.
Ooh. Yo, damage. Big signatures coming out from the red team. A little bit of friendly fire, but you know what? Neuz able to go up and around, not too much in danger. Does need to be careful. Neuz extra damage now on his final stock. This tall ceiling helping him out a little bit there, but surely he can't survive for long. Power Ranger having to go for the save, but no, DB there to clean up the one.
Stardeath in a good position to allow DB back to stage. DB backing off to get a weapon, and Power Ranger trying to get a little bit more damage off. But Stardeath, of course, still having 2 stocks. This is a dangerous position for him to try to crawl back from. Power Ranger very carefully trying to just get a little bit of damage, but unable to find anything so far. Getting caught at the tail end. No real big force coming out. But this is still not going to take away from the fact that this is a very, very difficult 2v1 for him to try to get back from. And, of course, like we were saying, this is a very important game for them to win right here, because Power Ranger, this is his tournament stock right here. If they lose, Stardeath and DB do go up against Fiend.
Oh, that's got to be too far. DB and Stardeath moving on. They've got the 3-1 victory over Power Ranger and Neuz. I mean, congrats to Power Ranger and Neuz for making it into 4th place. But, you know, after winning the last couple tournaments, I'm sure Power Ranger feels a little bit of an extra sting there. But DB and Stardeath are now looking ahead against their losers finals match to face Fiend and Balthazar.
Incredible amount of damage coming out from DB as well, having done 614 damage all by himself, an incredible amount. And now going up into the next game, we're going to be seeing